What do you call a person who's just so unable to function because of, like, I'm not always anxious. Oh, wait. Navigating my 20s as an anxious, weird, yet creative, funny, if you really open me up, person. I went as a musician because that's just something that makes me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not actually, but you know. Hello there. I'm not really exactly sure who I'm talking to, if this will reach anyone, but I'm doing this for my sake and anyone in the same situation as me, because it's heavy. Navigating my life through my 20s so far has been as hard as addiction. I got severely addicted in 17. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Way earlier than that. I'm trying to make myself look good. Yeah, I got addicted to drugs whenever I was probably started at 15. I took my first little droplet of acid. That was a full ride. Up until COVID, I spent my entire high school time just on drugs. Not really. Oh wow, that's shadows. How do I do this? How do people fucking like record on the stereos outside? Okay, there we go. That's better. So, I'm not gonna go into a full backstory. Or maybe I will. I'm not sure. Whatever. Basically, my entire high school life was not sober. I actually had an addiction problem because I didn't know how to handle being an introvert, but wanting to be an extrovert as a 16-year-old. So I kind of thought everybody hated me, I guess, in a way. So I would take things to make me feel like I have an identity. Let me tell you, we still haven't found it. She's still lost. I don't know where the fuck it is. So COVID came around and I was sober, and all I did was stay inside after I got sober. That only fed into the situation that I am currently in my 20s even more. I have no sense of identity. I'm sorry. Fuck, this is really hard to talk about, actually. I have no sense of identity. I don't know how I should act, how I want to truly act as a person. I only act based on how I assess people whenever I meet them, even if it's people that I've known for years. Being that way at such an age where everyone's trying to figure out what they want to do and what their passions are in life and where they want to live, and you know, a lot of relationships and friendships that you build during this time are pretty important. And when you can't do that at all whatsoever, it's really, 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 really tough. Okay, so like on top of all of this, I took the Briggs personality test and I figured out that I am an INFJ. And I don't want to put all my faith into something that isn't really, I mean, it's the study of personalities. Every personality is different, but it made me realize a lot of things. I depend on people's emotions way too much. I spare people's feelings way too much. To the point where I just don't even have any respect for myself. There's such a lack of respect to the point when anything is accomplished, it's not ever truly accomplished. I feel like, you know, being this type of person, it just comes with being so introspective and so visual that, you know, when you want to carry out ideas and they don't come out the way that you envision them in the first place, nothing happens. Nothing ends up being carried out. And that's where I'm at. at this point. I am at perfection paralysis. I'm at a point of questioning my career, which is music. It's like involves so much self-respect and so much motivation. And oh wow, there's a bee. Fucker. Okay. Trying to be a musician as an introvert is a whole other thing that I may or may not get into at some point. Actually, now let's get into it. As a musician, you can be a studio musician, you can be a writer for somebody, you can be a number of different things. Holy shit, this fucking bee is really by me right now. But I want to specialize in performance, and I enjoy being on a stage. I know that sounds weird as an introvert, but I've had one instance, maybe twice, where I was able to get lost and perform to like a higher version of myself. I know that sounds so like, oh my god, like total like awake, like I had this awakening, and like actually maybe it isn't that vibe, like whatever. No, bitch, I'm not awake. What am I talking about? I'm sitting here talking to YouTube. Yeah, there have been 2 instances where I have been able to perform to myself, completely lose myself on stage and visualize me performing to this unjudging, very going with the flow, just not caring, and worrying entity. The version of myself, a mirror of myself, but not actually. There's nothing that can replicate that experience truly. So that is something that I'm trying to specialize in, and I feel like I can't get anywhere because I don't know how to talk to people. And I've decided that I want to start doing some shadow work. Yeah, that comes with a huge sigh. And I want to start figuring out how to be a better introvert, not overanalyze everything. And I know that's something that's so freaking cliche, you know what I mean, dude? A lot of people can say that they overthink, but, you know, taking that personality test and seeing that there's this like toxic side of being an INFJ, you'll go home from a social situation and rethink that social situation for months. I can name out things from 2 years ago that I questioned in a conversation. That's not normal. It's an issue. But I'm trying to stay positive. Oh my god, is that a fucking cocoon? No way. Is that a bunch of cocoons? Wow. Anyways, I guess the point of this video is to just have something to track this progress with. And if somebody relates, because this is a super lonely feeling. Being so introverted and over analyzing everything all the time and not able to enjoy any moment or any conversation because you're so in your head. Hope that somebody can relate to this and give me some advice and relate. You know, I think at the end of the day, just having someone be like, yeah, I don't have the answers, but I know what you're going through, would be a blessing. It's very rare. We're a rare type, INFJs, and intertwined with depression. You already know. I don't really know where to go from here. I don't know if I should continue on my life story or continue on to how every day is kind of a living hell. But not exactly, because I do find joy in the little things that I do by myself. I enjoy most of my time by myself. So life isn't all too bad. Here I am overthinking what I should be talking about. Okay, I'm going to end this here. And just post it and see what happens. There will probably be 0 views. But I'm just going to post it. I don't care. Goodbye.